Hello and welcome. My name is Ajaxpost and this is Transport Fever, episode number 8. And not only have we got an exciting new video for you today, well, hopefully it's quite entertaining at least. There's a new update to the game which was released just a few days ago, which have made a number of interesting changes, useful changes to the game in terms of the mechanics of it and how easy it is to do stuff, and also apparently improved performance. Now, I'm not really able to tell at this point in the game because I'm still very early, and performance issues don't tend to crop up until somewhat mid to late game. But the people who have already played with it have been reporting some good improvements, which is all to the good. But anyway, let's just stop our little train there. He was obviously our last new train, our Coventry to Churchill line. There he goes, carrying just 18 people. But as we'll see looking at the two stations, yeah, there's 25 waiting to go back there, and he's only left just a while ago. And up here, all the way up here in Churchill, 52. Oh, that's an awful lot. I think we need to to add some more carriages to that train, if not another train, which in fact is what we might well do today. The other thing I just want to bring a point. Oh, one thing I've noticed, I've just been sort of playing the game on a little bit. I'm on about a year and a half, maybe 2 years since the last episode finished. And one thing I've noticed is the mouse or the scrolling appears to be a lot more sensitive. Now, either that's me and my mouse control are finally getting totally disconnected and disjointed, or they've actually improved something. They have made some changes in the camera handling, which I don't think I'll be showing particularly here, because that's not something I do as such in these videos. So it might be in that they've improved the way it scrolls, which is also the good really, but it might mean I'll suddenly fly off in an odd direction during this video. And for that, I do apologise in advance. Anyway, what have I done in the last couple of years? Well, game years at least. I've double tracked, I think, all the way from Coventry to Newbury. So there's none of that waiting at signals for the single line sections. I could do that, and I put this little bit of road in here. This little bit of road here was put in by the game, but I thought it'd be awfully useful if it was actually joined up with the rest of the town as part of a loop. Once this starts getting populated over here, I think we will need to get some buses in. Yeah, because the station itself doesn't reach. It reaches all here, but it's far too long a walk for the people in these little houses here to get to the train station directly. So we will need to add another bus stop, I think, along around here once we get a few more houses along that piece of road. So that's it really in what I've done. We have a new train that arrived just at the end of the last episode, the Borsig, so we might well actually add that to one or more of these lines in this episode. And the other little thing I've done is I put in some logo mod files into the game, so I can actually start putting logos on the train. I did try and design one of my own. Where is it? It was a bit naff, to be honest. Design isn't something I'm terribly good at. There is a bright and breezy rainbow coloured thing which just looked a bit naff, and I don't think I've got the borders right, to be honest. So I need to play some more with that. But other people are much more expert at this. So what I've done is I've chosen a fairly old Great Western logo for my vehicles, and we can see that on the train here. On these old vehicles it doesn't show up terribly well. There aren't many big places for it to show the full logo, but as you can see what it's done here, if I can just scroll that, whoa whoa whoa, you've got the little GWR roundel there. I think that's what you can call it, isn't it? So that's looking quite nice. We may upgrade that as we go through the years, as GWR turned into British Rail, and then First, and then GWR again. That's companies for you. Anyway, let's get on with the game. For goodness sakes, Adrian, let's play. So, what I want to do, I think, is put some replacement things in, some replacement schedules for my lines. Oh, they've done some of the other things they've done here, which I'll just go through. I was about to start. I'm sorry about this. You know, if you've been following these videos or any of my series, you'll know that I'm start one conversation or one subject and then just wander directly off into something completely different. It's all part of the fun of listening to these videos, isn't it? They've added some more overlays to the game, one of which is quite handy, is the track speed, so you can quickly see where in your lines, your infrastructure, you have speed issues, which certainly later in the game, once we actually get fast trains, is going to be very handy. And the other thing they've done is they put in an overlay for street traffic. So you can tell here where the busiest bits of the road are. Obviously at this stage of the game, 1864, nowhere is particularly busy. Actually it's a bit, oh actually no, it's a bit busy there, isn't it? Yeah. Now if we turn on our routes, I think they've changed this dialogue box as well a little bit. Okay, so we've got so we've got our clockwise and anti-clockwise bus routes, and also a freight route going up there, so which would explain why that's a little bit busy around there. Oh, it seems to be time dependent as well. That's good. That's very handy. Very much sort of City Skyline, SimCity, that sort of thing. All to the good. We don't need that anymore, so we'll close that down. Right, sorry, I was going to start doing something with these trains, wasn't I? So what we'll do is we'll put up some replacements. Seeing as we've got the Borsig coming in now, so we'll just go to our line. We'll set up. There's something odd here. They've changed some of the symbols here. What is that? I'm not sure. Oh, that's oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh, I'm not sure I like that. This used to be full load of anything, full load everything. So if you had like we've got for some of the farm trains, it carries both grain and livestock. You can either say one is full, or any one of those carriage types is full, or they all need to be full. So I'm not sure I like the logos. It obviously gives them room to play with, and they do actually give you tooltips so you can see what they are, which is nice. Okay, but that's just me personally. I like to see things clearer than that up front immediately. But I dare say, over the next few hours, I will get used to that. Right, so replacements. This is where we were going. Now this has changed a bit actually. So we've got no replacement set at all. So how do we do that? Aha! Right, so we want the Borsig. Now, as we said at the end of the last episode, the costs are quite different, but this line is profitable. Look at that. Those are thundering great differences between costs and income. So I think we should be able to afford going faster. So we'll get a Borsig on there, which is our lovely red colour, of course. And which of these cars, 6 or 8? We might as well take 8, I think. It's costlier. It goes faster than they can go faster than the train can actually carry them or pull them along. But in case that yeah, I'll keep them there. Stop waffling. Just add it. So it's 8, 16, 24, 32. We'll leave it at that because that's more or less the amount of passengers they pick. I think that's okay. So we'll do that and we'll change it. We'll turn this on, automatic replacement, and 25%. So they should replace fairly soon. How old are these vehicles? Well, they are getting quite old, so they'll change fairly soon as there's enough money in it. Now that costs 841k per vehicle. Yeah, we should at least get one of those changed today, I reckon. The other thing you can do here is if you go into the individual vehicles, you can actually tell it details to replace now. So you can actually, if you rather than wait for it to run on schedule, in which case you might forget when it does the changeover, particularly if you're looking to watch it for a Let's Play series, for example. You can actually say replace that now, and soon, I think, from what I understand, as soon as it pulls it, yeah, force vehicle replacement on the next stop. I like they're putting tooltips on. That is always good and handy. I like that. In a well-designed user experience, user interface. as they call it. So now the thing is, how much is that train worth? Oops, value 218. Yeah, it might not have enough. Actually, it might once it pulls in. I'm not going to do that just yet. I want to carry on with the other line before we do that. So we'll just leave that. That's a vehicle replacement 25 on. Yep, that's fine. So what's that? Modify. They've enhanced this box quite a lot, actually, I think. So that's good. Right, now what I want to do is on the Coventry Churchill line, I want to spend some money. We're going to put another train on here because there is a lot of traffic going through. So we need to double track this somewhere along the way. So let's do that. Let's get that in there. Now we're going to double track it all the way down. I'm not sure. It's quite a long route. I don't want to spend too much money at this point. I want to make it so it's worthwhile. So we will take it down to there and bring that in. Shall I oops, there we go. Let's keep the game running so there's money coming in. Well, money going out as well, to be honest, of course, but at least there is some money coming in. And we'll take it off there. That's good. Run that down there. That's lovely. And we'll have another nice straight piece of double track. Whoops, I think I missed that. Take that up there. Yeah, these trains are quite short, so they don't need long, because these are effectively passing places. Really, they're not sort of double tracking as such. Really, not properly. So we just need passing places where we can get the train in. Actually, I need to keep an eye on that train. Where is it? Because do I want to? What I might do actually, once he's pulled in, if I spot it in time, we will take him back into the depot and add another carriage to that, so he carries a few more passengers. Okay, what was I doing? I hadn't done anything around here yet, had I? So I was about to do a little bit more double tracking into the town. No, that is utterly ridiculous. Got that entirely wrong. There we go. And we'll take that there. Add it in. I'm coming into the station soon, so pay attention. Can I actually double track that? Ooh, no, I moved. Right, hold on. Need to pay attention to the train for a moment. Get rid of the. Don't need that. Put that back up there. Okay, and send to depot. Right, so we've just send to the depot. That's it. Well, that's a change, isn't it? You can send to depot and sell. Did I see that before? I'm not sure I did. Well, another neat little thing they've done as well is they've given people. No, I don't want the station. I want that person there. Oh, they've given people names. I don't know if you noticed it before, because I didn't look up individual people that often. They just had asset numbers previously. They were just numbers in the world. But now, I don't know how they've managed to do it, but they've given everyone names, which is going to be fun. Yeah, again, for the size of the world they've got there, how do they keep all the names different? And I've no idea. And I'm kind of waffling here at the moment. So let's buy a train. I'll take another one of those. It has to be red so it fits in with the corporate colour. And that's added to that. Okay, and we will put you, whoops, back on Coventry to Churchill line. There you go. Now what we'll do is when he reaches Coventry, which is going to be quite some time, we will add another train to that line. I think we can do that. Any sign? I don't suppose that train changed, did it? Was he pulling into the station? Oh, it has changed. Right, let's go straight down there and look at it. Look at him. That's not a Borsig. Oh no! Right. What was I looking at then when it said Borsig? Now is it going to change now? Stop! Stop! Long platforms. No. Not quite enough money in the bank to do that. Okay. Right, so where are we going now? So what I will do, we've got 563. I don't want to. I'm not going to pay off any loan, so I can replace those trains quickly and easily. What we will do from here is I will roll it forward just a little bit until we've got some more money. Oh, that train has got down to Coventry. Actually, I can send him off. Can I send him off high speed? There we go. He's coming in there. You see, look at that. There's 36, 37 people, 38 people going to Churchill from Coventry. I've also spaced these trains out on the Newbury-Coventry route a little bit better because they were a bit too close before. So hopefully that improves the profitability on there. Oh, so that one must have changed then. Just notice we've gone down a lot in our. I think we have. Oh, look at that shiny new train. I'm not seeing. Is that the GWR logo? It must be of some description. Ah. You can actually look at the logo file. I might add that to the end of the video if I remember, and if it's interesting or useful. But you can actually look at the logo file and see what the various logos are. That must be part of the logo pack. Not everyone travelling third class. Okay, never mind. Right, excellent. Now he will travel a little bit. No, he won't. Don't think he will travel because I think the carriages are the same speed. So he will travel at the same speed as the other train. So they shouldn't worry too much. So the gap between them shouldn't change too much. Okay, so he's coming into Coventry, my Churchill train. I think this is building up. Oh, this is building up quite nicely. That little bit of road there, I didn't put in. Game did that. Wasn't part of my plan. How could you? Right, I think I'm going to need to borrow some money now to actually put this other train on here. So it's going to be. We'll keep it with the little one on this route for the time being. So I can buy that, but I won't be able to get the carriages for it, so we need to borrow another 500. These actual yeah, we will do that. So we'll buy one of those. It needs to be red. Buy one of those, and these cars. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, nearly 100k each. They're so expensive. And we will put you on the Coventry Churchill line. And there you go. Coming out, my friend. And how many people do we have waiting? 41. These lines are just too popular. Okay, so I'm still got a reasonable amount of cash in the bank still. It would be it's not going to. It would be nice if I could get it back up to 500,000 again by the end of the year, but it's the end of November, so that's not going to happen. Why is he waiting? Oh, because I put no signals on the track. Oh, I am a doofus and a half. We heard it here first. Okay, so it's the coming out that we need to put them on. So there we go, so you're on there. There's the next bit of double track. So exit there is clear, and the exit there is clear or not. It would have been a bit silly to have him wait all the way up in Churchill for the train to come back from Coventry before that's the wrong way around. Oh no! Darn! I knew I was going to do that. I'm just too clumsy. Okay, let's see if I can do it properly this time. So, exiting from there. That's it. Because my train's in my square England, which is mostly using European rolling stock, is driving on the left, because that's what we still do in England. Well, the United Kingdom generally, to be honest. Can he go now? Yes, he can. Splendid. 317, 13th, 14th of December. We're not going to make it, so we're going to hit a nice big bill for interest. Oh, we're $1 million in the red practically. Ouch. That's going to hurt. And the air crosses. Whoa, 135k interest. Okay, so what we will do is we'll just roll this on for a little while, possibly to the end of this year, and then I will fade back in and carry on the next stage of development. Now, the question is, what will that be? I'm tempted to start introducing, improving the freight network. And the question is, do we put a freight train down south here between Newbury and Coventry, or maybe we're still getting a fair amount of farm produce here going up to the food processor, and most of it is waiting for these slow stagecoaches to get into Exeter, so it might be. Now, could we do that by train? Again, I've got the steep hill problem, which is a real pain for trains at the moment, because A, I haven't got enough money to pay for it all, the track and the train. We'll take it elsewhere. Now, one of the experiments I did a little while ago was to actually deliver freight to Churchill, so I might actually do that. So right, I'm just going to fade this briefly here, let the game carry on, and hopefully garner some good revenue, and then I will be back in but a moment, and we will carry on with developing another little route. I'll see you in a moment. Right, so yes, here we are. We've moved on a couple of years after that fade, and what I've done, I think I did this just now. I'm losing track. My short-term memory in particular is appalling. My long-term memory isn't that much better, to be honest, but yeah, I think I added this extra platform here while you were away during that little fade. What I've also done, because we've been making good profits over the last couple of years, nearly $500,000 each year on average, is I've paid down the loan to reduce the interest payments a little bit, but I'm about to whack that straight back on right now, increasing that. So what I'm planning to do is get this track from here to Churchill. Now, I think if I go through the centre here as best I can, I should be able to minimise the costs reasonably well. So let's try that. Okay, take this third platform, and it's all very tight, unfortunately, as you can see. But then trains do slow down, don't they, when they come into a station? So even so, that's a lot of money for. But we have to spend it to get out there. Okay, we'll take that. So what if we go down? Can we go down steeper? Yeah, I think we need to go down steeper. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go back on auto. That's better. I think if we can just get it to squeeze between these two banks, particularly these two black lines, dark black lines, we should be able to keep costs down. Oh, the other problem is road vehicles are running old. I'm not going to replace them yet. There is nothing new. I could save a fair amount, I think, by replacing them in their maintenance costs, but I don't have the attention span at the moment to take care of that. We're dealing with this. Focus on track. Now with all these little segments, keep the speed up. Okay, that's automated. Okay, let's take that. I think it's a good job it's not a passenger line, because the amount of waving around they're going to do, up and down probably, and every now and then there's a little bit of a bend in the track. They might get a little bit of motion sickness going on. Okay, so we're getting quite close to the station. We'll to where the station will go. So we'll just drag that in there. Okay, that's as fast as we're getting there. Okay, so where are we going to put it? Okay, let's get rid of the track. Right, so commercial, yeah, is what needs the food. So we need to get our station in here somewhere, ideally, but I don't think. Where's the trains? Oops, make sure it's cargo. Yeah, it doesn't cover much of that, so we might need to put it in. The question then is, this station will, I think, I'll use that as a throughput probably for traffic down that way to Coventry, and also out here to Plymouth and all the industries around here. But whatever I do, I'm going to be struggling with all these inclines. But what I'm planning on doing is, in a good few years, is have plenty of money in the bank, so that I can replace all this ad hoc best fit that I've got at the moment with some really sensible station and line placement. Yes, yeah, it lights up a lot of it, but not all of it. And oh, I've run out of money. I've run out. Oh, it's the truth. So those trains are getting expensive. So what on earth caused that? Oh, I've replaced one of the trains. Borsig, second Borsig is now in service. That's cost me. Also, that's the trouble with auto replacements. It suddenly hits you. I'm going to have to take another million out, another 500 out, aren't I? Right, there's that debt racking up again. But those Borsigs are good. I think they are proving to be profitable. We'll stick you. Yeah, that will do. Okay, so where's the track? There's the track snaking in up here. Let's get our contours back. Put some track down. Okay, this is proving reasonably inexpensive, which is good. What's the total cost going to be going in there? 105. We can do better than that, I'm sure. Ooh! What if we get... Yeah, I think we'll need to Yeah, going. It doesn't. The trouble is the although the lines are there, the actual land, if you look at it, it doesn't look like it's that steep or there's that much incline going on. But there must be. Could it cost that much extra? If I can get across there, well, that's a lot cheaper. But it does mean, oh, that's an awkward curve. Too much curvature. How's that look? Does that look okay to you? Yeah, let's try that. Okay, so we're just across there. There's an awfully sharp turn into the station. That is very sharp. What's the incline? So all this, well, it's between those two gradient lines, so I'd assume it's the same level, basically. I'm not sure I should assume that at all. Okay, the trouble is if I put that too far out there, it gets expensive and it's got to curve back into the station. So it's going to be a slow bend, I'm afraid. That's still 50. Oh. There's something going on there. That's definitely an incline and a half, isn't it? Do that there. Can I do that? That's a little bit cheaper, I think. Okay, I'll take that. Right, so what we have now is a new line going between our food processor and our newest town, Churchill. So we want a depot, so we can get our trains in there. Okay, so what we'll do, where can we put our depot? What do we put our depot in here? I think so. It comes in, yeah. How will that work? Can I stick it in there? Okay, if we do that there, now can I get track? I can. Ah, that's fine. That's most excellent. Okay, so let's draw up our new line. I'm not going to use that horrible colour. What have we got down here? Where's oranges? What should we use for that? Purple? A little dark sort of, well, that's quite a nice purple, isn't it? Okay, so this is going to be, I can't spell toffee, Churchill food delivery. There we go. Okay, and that is going. Oh no, I need that on. Again, they've changed the icons here a bit, so it's going from there. And this is going to be a full any down to there. It's not going to carry anything back, so that's the risk with this route. Is it's one way, where I like most of my routes to have two-way profit. Okay, and buy the trains. We'll buy that little one. Oh, it's got to be red, of course. And it's going to be carrying food, which is that one there, isn't it? That's it. And we will buy 1, 2. That's only 8. We'll take 8 for now, because I think once it gets there, that's all it will have. It won't have much more than that, hopefully, when it comes to pick up. Okay. Right, I think that's everything, isn't it? I dare say I've forgotten something. No, we don't need that. We don't need any of that, in fact. Let's get our train motoring along. So what we're going to need farm produce trains coming up here to deliver farm produce, and for this production plant here to realise there's another delivery option here, which is to Churchill. So it starts shoveling shifting food out to there rather than dumping everything in the Exeter depot. Will it do that in time? The train's motoring along. Just keep an eye on the station here, if I can click the mouse. There we go. Still sending stuff down to New... Oh, there's a train already. Lincoln Heck, that was quick. So how long are you going to have to wait till you get food delivered? Make it faster. Wait, will it? This is just... The trouble is, of course, it will time out and start its journey back to Churchill the second before the first food delivery comes to the station. There we go, so I'll just turn it around again. Before we do that, let's just double check here. Yeah, I am covering a modest amount of the commercial zone. I think I do need a stagecoach to carry it round further, to be honest, but that should be enough. What is the 66? That's a fair requirement. Well, there should be something going on here, or maybe it was just that hadn't been... right, one's turned up. Right, I think then what we'll do is we will wait for him to head off back, and I will leave this episode here. So I've been Ajaxpost. This has been a rather odd little episode, I'm afraid, of Transport Fever, but if you've enjoyed the chaos that I've created here in this episode, leave us a like. Any ideas, thoughts, suggestions, critiques, more than welcome. Just let your voice be heard in the comments section below, and of course if you've not done so already, why not subscribe to the channel, and that way you'll know whenever I upload the next video. These are roughly on a weekly schedule, but depending on what I'm doing at weekends and stuff, I can get them a day or so late, like this one is, for example, but generally a weekly schedule. And subscribing will of course let you know as soon as they turn up. But anyway, from me, Ajaxpost and Transport Fever, thank you so much for your time today, joining me in this little journey, and I will see you next time. And until then, it's bye bye for now.